guys, so I just beat Inv. And I'm very proud to say that I did this without any mods, assists, quirks, or any other funny business like that. And I will be making a video soon about the actual gameplay highlights of this ordeal. But today, this is my blind reaction to the Inv dating sim at the end, which I of course have heard of, but I don't really know anything about the roots or events or even mechanics of the dating sim, so this is like completely unspoiled for me, and I never even thought I would do it, but here I am. You've been through hell and back, it says. That's true. Well, the hell part is true. I'm not sure I've made it back yet, but now it is time to atone for your sins in your past cycles. You must find a mate or die. What does it mean, my sins in past cycles? Does it know how many slug pups I let die? Seriously though, it's impossible with these slug pups. Anyway, which direction must you head? North, east, southwest, or down? I thought it said drown. I like west. Let's go west. You travel to the west. I might try all the directions if I feel like I have time. If I can even redo it, I don't know if I can. You travel to the west, towards a very overgrown section of the world. Oh, we're going to Outer Expanse, right? West past the farm rice. The world was once filled with many amazing things, and the vegetation was one of them. By traveling to the west, you are searching towards a place that has grown wild with plants and flowers. As you make your way up a hill, you see a large, hefty slughead. Oh no, I end up dating gourmands. Who seems to have no problem maintaining their diet in this challenging world. It's not that hard to maintain your own diet on, like, I mean, okay, it is as in, but like, it's hard to just not get eaten by other things. As you watch, you notice that they seem to have the ability to generate infinite objects by regurgitating them from their stomach. Okay, so I'm meant to believe that I just sit here and watch Gourmand retch things out of his stomach, and I just sit there and watch that, and he's just doing it for an undefined amount of time. That's really attractive, yeah. You approach carefully, unsure of whether to attack or to speak to them. Honestly, I would just leave. Not gonna do that, because I know Gourmand could handle a spear throw, especially like a weak in spear throw. Pick up a rock and throw it. Greet them, obviously. Greet them. What, did I just die? You cautiously move forward, staying low to the ground. You approach the large slug cat slowly, unsure of how they will react. As you get close, you yell hello at them. Hey, I didn't say I yelled. The sudden sound of your voice startles them, and instinctively they roll up into a ball. Look, I wish my reflexes were that fast as Gourmand. They are not. I can tell you, it doesn't work like that. They begin to tumble down the hill towards you. Nobody said he was at the top of the hill. This isn't fair. Unsure of what to do, you duck and cover. You feel the air in your lungs forced out by the sheer force of their weight. Your last thoughts are of how heavy they felt as you die from the collision. Well done. Thank you. I guess, did I atone for my sins? Let's try that again. Should I do west again, or... I want to, like, I don't want to end up with Gourmand, actually, so I'm gonna try north. And maybe I'll reach an ending where I don't die. That'll be my ultimate goal, whoever it is. You trek to the north, towards a land of towering structures that pierce the heavens. What? Wait, is this Sky Islands? It's playing K-Ava really slowly. You traverse the rocky, hilly fields as you avoid large predators that roam this area. This could be literally anywhere. It is here you hope to find a mate, even if they exist in this strange place. You spot a strange slug cat climbing one of the towers, unlike any you've seen before. Okay, so it's Spearmaster. It has no mouth from which to eat or speak with, and is able to generate spiky bone-like protrusions from its tail. It does not react when it notices you, giving you a good view of it. Fascinating. Do you approach it to see if it is your compatible, either as a mate or as a food resource? Okay, I guess I gotta approach it. Now I've only got one option. You approach the strange slug cat cautiously, watching as it climbs to the top of the tower. You're not sure what it's doing, but you hope that it is another slug cat. I thought we'd already established that. Maybe you could have a conversation, or whatever slug cats do. You call out to it, but it doesn't react. Perhaps it is deaf or cannot hear you, or it can't speak. You begin to wave your hand in an effort to get its attention. Alright, I guess we're gonna throw a rock at it. The rock hits their head and they stare back at you with annoyance. Can't you tell I'm trying to ignore you? I already had to suffer through being the protagonist. Oh, we're breaking the fourth wall back here. Okay, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Of the more Slug Cats expansion, or dating sim. Yeah, I was like, Spearmaster's not the main character of the whole expansion. Dating sim. I don't know what that's about. Please don't drag me into this again. You don't really follow the conversation and only stare back in confusion. What? The other Slug Cat rubs their fingers into their forehead in frustration. Who even decided to make another one of these? All this time, people have been waiting for more Slug Cats to release. What will they think when they learn that 3.5 years of the entire development time was spent solely on developing this dating sim? What the heck? What the heck, guys? Okay, I don't really know how developing video games of any type works, but why 3.5 years on a dating sim? Anyway. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe it's not true. Look, just come over here and kiss me already and let's get this over with. You know, actually, I like its attitude. Kiss you, but you don't have a mouth. Look, I have a mouth. I can kiss him. He doesn't need to kiss me back. I used to have a mouth, back in the more Slug Cats version. I used to be able to swallow and regurgitate spirit. Isn't that romantic? Well, I was just trying to flirt with Goron. He was regurgitating stuff. You blush. Yeah, that is certainly something. But now look at how they nerfed me. Unbelievable. Well, talk about being nerfed. I mean, Anyway, I'm not gonna rant about that now. Spearmaster abruptly stabs a spear deep into the wall with a tremendous amount of force. It's a bit terrifying. How are you even talking to me right now? What? Oh, I don't need a mouth for that. I vocalize that in my tail. Ah. You stare at the holes in their tail, both fascinated and repulsed by their questionable biology. No, I like this one, actually. Approach their tails, share in their frustration. You know, the tail seems dangerous. I'm gonna share in their frustration. I kinda get what it feels like to be nerfed, to be honest. Yeah, this is what I was just saying. You pat Spearmaster on the shoulder. I hope this goes somewhere. I gotta eat too much food to hibernate. It is just dumb. They even removed me from arena mode. Yeah, I guess you have it rough as well. These developers hate us. That's true. Spearmaster looks at you with deep understanding. Wow, that was fast. Okay. Honestly, I heard a rumor they were going to remove me from the game entirely. Absolutely sadistic. Give Spearmaster a hug. Okay, but at least you are in the game and don't have to, like, type in crazy code on an intro screen like me. It's okay. We Slug Cats need to stick together. Ilubibi what? Okay. I don't know what this, like, keyboard slang, whatever it is. I don't know what that means. I said something to him. I said something. And then I wiped the tears out of his eyes. Thank you. I needed to hear that, Spearmaster says. But speaking of being nerfed, I'm hungry and I need to find nutrients to siphon with my spears. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me, sir. I mean, honestly, if I was still playing Inv, I'd eat my own babies, so I can't really say anything. But please don't eat me. Spearmaster generates a fresh spear out of their tail and looks at it with admiration. What about me? I got eggs on the house. Let's go search for food. Okay, I feel like what about me is gonna make him eat me. Let's go search for food is gonna make us die. I got eggs in the house. Is that gonna make us try and eat the egg zero? What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna try. You pull out your trusty egg that you carry with you all the time. Spearmaster looks it over curiously. It has a hard shell, so I'm not sure how effective my spears would be at siphoning. Oh no. Oh no. But I suppose it's worth a shot. You place the— Why am I letting him do this? I'm not this stupid. Place the egg on the ground, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Shield your eyes. Alright, I guess that's all I can do. It's bright, extremely bright, but only for a moment. Like, this has never happened to me before. I know what it looks like, okay? With all his might, Spearmaster's spear sucks the singularity into it, absorbing it as a nutrient. The distortion of space subsides with Spearmaster's spirit. An attached umbilical begins to glow with a blinding light. What is this? I can't absorb it all. Reach your hand out to rescue Spearmaster. This isn't fair. I'm only getting one option over and over again. Oh dear. Oh my gosh, that is ugly. So I can't even read with that going on in the corner. Spearmaster struggles for a moment before their body collapses in on itself in a single point of matter smaller than your eye can perceive, but with it, all surrounding matter begins to be absorbed into the point as well in a runaway cascading collapse. You try to run, but you begin to be absorbed into a point almost as fast as you can try to react. Before you know it, your body is spaghettified. All your surroundings go black, yet somehow you are still conscious. Oh, observe your surroundings. Oh my gosh, is that sliver of straw? In the expanse of blackness, you see an unfamiliar silhouette. Mechanical noises whiz as it slowly pivots its way toward your location. Little creature, you are my first visitor, but hopefully not the last. I expected I would be visited by one of my own, but I suppose a dim-witted creature like you will suffice. This is pretty unlore, my man. Shh, there's so much work to be done, and I could use a helper. This is just the beginning. Am I gonna date Sliver of Straw? You shrug. There's not much else to do in the void, and you don't feel like wasting your brain cells trying to reason around a dating sim story arc. You get to work. Oh, sure. That's a fate. I didn't... Oh. Okay, I should have clicked restart. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna go back in there. Well, I had to ascend again, so that was a pain. But to recap, so on my first day, I got murdered. On my second day, I got my boyfriend killed. It wasn't exactly murder, and then ended up as Sliver of Straw's lab rat. So, north and west are out. Let's try east. You travel to the east, a large expanse of water littered with small islands. I thought that said small lizards for some reason. I mean, it is, I guess, littered with salamanders. And outcroppings of industrial waste and skeletons of civilizations long forgotten. So everywhere. Everywhere in Rainworld again. When you arrive at this water's edge, you search around for a little while, and then you find a small cave you think might make a suitable home for you. Okay. Enter. You step into the entrance and make yourself comfortable. However, you begin to hear some noise. It sounds like someone's moving around and making sounds, but you cannot make out what it is because the noise is coming from further inside the cave. You are uneasy and unsure of what to do. Actually, no, I'm 100% sure of what to do. I'm going to call out to them. Okay, a creature suddenly springs out at an alarming speed. It's another slug cat like you. I can't imagine Rivulet would kill me. And I'm not gonna feed Rivulet one of my eggs, right? Okay, this should go great. It's another slug cat like you, except blue colored with some kind of strange aquatic gills on their face. They jump up and down in excitement upon seeing you. It's another slug cat! It's another slug cat! It says clearly in an energetic tone. Right? It continues, speaking excitedly. Wow, another slug cat. Did you come here to scavenge materials too? I'm scavenging for love. That's not a great thing to admit. Maybe it is, I don't know. But like, if you have to admit that you are like begging for table scraps as far as love, like, present some more confidence. And without listening to your response, the gill slug cat jumps on top of you. Moi, you smell so good. You are so good. That was fast. Whoa, calm down. You're being obnoxious, you reply. It's not that you have anything against it per se, but this one just seems to be incredibly excited to see you, or about you, and that makes you uncomfortable. Are you afraid of me? The blue creature asks. Psh, no way. You're nothing. Yeah, little? The slug cat suddenly leans forward and whispers in your ear, that isn't fear, that's respect. I like a slug with some fear in their eyes. I like a challenge. You have a challenge for me, don't you? You still do not know what to make of the slug cat. Its body is blue and slimy, and you do not feel particularly well about it. You would prefer to have a less hyperactive friend. You notice that it's watching you very carefully, as if waiting for a chance to pounce on you. You cannot help but feel it is a little too friendly, and you are not quite sure why. This is just like a normal social interaction, guys. You cannot help... Perhaps it is the effect of the creature's natural exuberance, and you are overthinking it. Break the silence? Only choice. I should probably... So anyway, if you're looking to date me, you need to meet my mother first. Sorry, it's a requirement. Do you want to see her now? Yeah, sure, I guess. Yay, it's been so long since we had a visitor. No, like, actually, I visited her, she was unconscious. Like, I hate to break it to you, but your mother is not well. She doesn't have any brain cells. They excitedly run in circles around you and then grasp your hand firmly. Come on, let's go! Before you know... Wait, it's still playing Cave. Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter where we are. You're being swiftly dragged out of the cave by them. Wow! You're rapidly escorted along the surface of the water towards a towering monolith of a structure in the distance. The slughead does not let up in their energy as they decide to take you inside the structure, and you quickly weave through a maze of interior passages. Your mother lives here? Yeah, she's right in this next room. You emerge into a large, open metallic chamber, the floors of which are soaked with pools of water. A mechanical device floats around in the chamber, gleaming with floating lights. You don't understand. Huh? Where your mom at? What do you mean? She's right here! The slug cat excitedly points towards the floating device Can I seriously not recognize an iterator for one? Then randomly does a backflip. What do you mean? That drawing of Moon is so beautiful. You question everything. Was this a trap? Is this even a viable partner? There is no doubt in your mind now this slug cat must be a construct, a programmed puppet controlled by her mother's voice. What? So now Riv is a girl? What even just happened? She is not truly alive in any way you can tell. This is simply the next generation of a very old tradition, using a new form of technology as a tool. Look, whatever, I might as well be straightforward about it. Honesty is the best policy. You tell the machine that you are here to find your soulmate. Your partner's mother looks at you with new eyes. You creatures and your romantic ideals, how sweet. A soulmate is someone who will help you find your path in life, be it good or bad. Am I right so far? Yeah, I think so. I'm glad you were brought here to find someone special. Someone who will love and cherish you forever. It's important you find someone to share your life with. To find someone who accepts you for who you are and love you unconditionally. Yo, lol, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I thought she said uncontrollably there for a second. Love you uncontrollably. Smile at the kind machine lady. Sure, why not? I'm already doing it. Suddenly you're oh no. No. Suddenly your stomach starts to rumble. Okay, forget all that. You poor thing, you must be starving. Your partner's mother orbits around you and with concern. I can't believe my child didn't feed you before coming here. They have no manners. You try to track her position as the robotic arm spirals around frantically. They're trying to date you and they don't even know how to take care of you, for shame. Nah, it's cool, I'm used to starving. I mean, honesty is the best policy. Wait, did I just... It's fine, it was the only option. I clicked it. All we have at the moment are these marshmallows that Ruffles gathered last time we were out. You recoiled a food item. It's not one you're familiar with, and you're not sure what to make of it. You can have some, we have plenty. Not eating the glowy food. Offer the egg. Not about to do that. Take the marshmallow. You know, wait, why did she suddenly get red on her face? Is that a bad sign? Did I miss something? Was that always there? Why does she have a nose and cheeks? I'm just gonna take the marshmallow. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Moon just murdered me? What was it? A fire egg? Okay, restarting that. Not going northeast or west. Let's try south. What's south? To the south, you approach a land of waste and ruins. The scattered byproducts of bygone eras lie everywhere. Again, literally anywhere. Wait, is this like garbage waste or something? Oh, it is garbage waste. Suddenly, in the distance, you see a crimson-colored slug cat. She is aggressive and seems to have the ability to create explosions from her body and propel herself with shockwaves. Again, I've been observing her long enough to just see all of these abilities. She's performing them in place. And somehow I also know that she is a mother slug cat who is grieving the loss of her children. Regardless, she is your only hope of continuing your lineage. Okay. So I'm just like, I know you want more children, so like, do you think we should... That's really awkward. You must choose to approach her carefully, or else she'll flee due to her being terrified and grief-stricken. Okay. She's still... Sneak up on her, throw the... Oh. I don't want to die that quickly, so I'm just gonna sneak up on her. You remain silent, hidden among the tall blades of grass, slowly approaching the mother slug cat. Your body is shaking nervously and your eye is twitching. Your efforts of remaining unseen are in vain. The mother slug cat looks directly at you. You feel your heart pounding as she stares into your eyes. She lets out a loud hiss, jumping backwards in an exaggerated fashion. She's scared of you, just as you are of her. It seems you share a tragic bond. Both of you are lonely individuals. And I have also lost many slug pups. They were demonic, horrible slug pups that exploded when they died. But I did lose them. Blush at her. Hand her a rock. Keep moving towards her. I'm not sure I'm even gonna get to complete the action of handing her a rock if I try that, so I'm just gonna try and blush at her. You giggle at her exaggerated jump and blush as she stares at you angrily. She begins heading away from you, and despair wells up inside you. It's your last chance. You have to take it now. Wait! You're cute. I know what you truly do. Oh. Try to be positive. You let out the words, the truth that you couldn't hold back. The mother slug cat turns her head and begins walking towards you with a curious expression on her face. She rubs your head with her paw. What is this? What is this progression? And you can feel your heart pounding in your chest. She hugs you with one of her claws. And you hug back. You don't need to be alone, baby. She softly smiles and you give her a kiss and gives you a kiss on the cheek. You take her paw in your hand and look into her eyes. Behind her, the sun bursts through the clouds, casting an array of beautiful colors from the landscape. The rain stops falling, and a rainbow forms overhead. Okay, lovely. What? Oh, you pull a large round pearl from your stomach and offer it to her. Immediately, 100 scavengers emerge at the side of the pearl with raised spears. You back away, and the mother slicken hisses and spits at them. Why am I even reading this whole thing? I know I'm dead. The scavengers growl in anger and begin charging at you both. The two of you are outnumbered, but you have each other, and that's all you need. Oh, actually, I need my life as well. You both stand ready to fight, you and the mother slugcat, valiantly against the vicious horde of scavengers, but you are ultimately overcome. You sacrifice yourselves, taking several scavengers with you. She escapes without so much of a scratch, leaving you to die a warrior's death. So, like... Well, this is the part of Artificer's backstory we don't know. Alright. My last chance. Down. You descend beneath the ground into the deepest reaches where the nature of reality distorts. The fog demons roam and past civilizations border the void. I was just here. This is literally where I just came from. Surely, for someone with your experiences, this would be the most appropriate location to potentially find a mate to spend your life with. However, it is not always so. I feel like once I said that, like, if I had to date any slugcat, it would be Saints. I don't know why I said that. Like, now I'm really thinking, I don't know why I said that, but... Maybe it's destiny, maybe it was meant to be. Once the search begins, one does not always find what they are looking for. This void is a place of instability and decay. It is a place that can't even be properly defined or accurately described. Rather, it is a state of nonconformity in which everything may be possible, nothing is certain. That is really philosophically interesting. Like, that might sort of explain the Rubicon and how it's, like, you know, a conglomeration of all the different ranges. Like, it doesn't really explain it. I would like a better explanation, but I will keep that in mind. Anyway. You look around, and you see that you are not alone. There are other creatures like yourself scuttling amongst the rocks. What? You hear a sound like chomping of jaws. You need to be careful as it's very dark here and predators could be hidden around any corner. Investigate the sound. Look behind you. I haven't been given any evidence that there's something behind me yet, so I'm gonna investigate the sound, because I feel like if I look behind me, then whatever is there is gonna, like, jump out when my back is turned. Oh my gosh. You cautiously edge around the corner, your eyes peering into the darkness. You see nothing but hear the chomping of jaws again. As if perfectly blended with the darkness, the black mouth of a lizard springs out of the darkness at you. It is an ambush predator, and you've fallen into the jaws of a carnivorous monster. What kind of lizard is an ambush predator? This is a drop wig. There's a fiery pain before the world fades away. Okay. You know what? I want to go for Saint. I said it once, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try this again. I want to try to live a happy life with Saint. Okay, so this time we are looking behind us and not investigating the wait, did I? Yeah, okay. I just forgot which one I chose last time. Look behind you. What the heck? You turn around immediately and see a large figure behind you. You're not entirely sure what you're looking at. Perhaps a pair of enormous feet. Look up. Your eyes trail further up. That's a big creature, alright. Are those its muscles? They are very well defined. Yes. You begin to blush a little, but also feel you're suddenly in very real danger. Look all the way up. You look up and see a terrifying face informed. A monstrous, bestial visage that fills you with unquenchable dread. And this is in the same dating sim where it's like, oh, where your mom? Ooh. I don't know, the language is really changing as we progress. You'd recognize that face anywhere. Wait, I'm sorry, I would? I don't recognize it. Is this something I was supposed to be in the campaign? Because I feel like you try to resist the urge to squeal in delight. You're their biggest fan. Not about to do that. Interview the creature, you know. Whatever, I'll ask for its autograph. Whoa, nope. The beast stares at you and begins to move towards you slowly. It opens its jaws and shrieks, a sound unlike anything you've ever heard before. You are awestruck by its appearance, and that feeling is only amplified by the divine presence you feel as its vocals resonate through your chest. It slams its large back talons upon you, pinning your body to the floor. You blush profusely and die. What? I didn't die? But my eyes are X'd out. Okay. There's a quick flash of light accompanied by a loud pang that rings in your ears. The large creature suddenly goes limp and collapses to the ground. That's impossible. It should be invincible. Does anyone know what this golden dragon thing is? Because I do not know what it is. If that's something that's actually a thing outside of this dating sim? I'm curious about that. You feel a presence. I have to click it in order to feel the presence. It's not part of the description for some reason. What? What? Come on, you don't even have any fur, Saint. It's pathetic. Hello, is that guy bothering you? A green-colored slugcat floats down from the sky in front of you. It has an aura of tranquility about it, and yet some part of your mind feels some instinctive primal fear from its very being. The slugcat has an extremely long tongue, quite a bit different from any other slugcats you've encountered. Okay. In any case, this is the first of your species you've encountered and could be an eligible mate. I have a weird compulsion to click that one, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be civil and normal here. I'm gonna say thanks, you're my hero. You reply to the slugcat in your best courting tone, hoping to impress upon it the seriousness of the situation you are in. However, you have no reaction from the slugcat. Instead, you receive a feeling of trepidation from it, as if it knows something you don't. This causes you to have second thoughts about making a move. Yes, it does. Yes, it very much does. Hey, you good? You question the slugcat's response to you. You're just not feeling the vibes, and want to make sure you're on the same wavelengths with your potential mate. You try to reassure the slugcat. Yo, something must be wrong with my eyes, because I can't take them off you. Are you trying to imply something? The slugcat asks, looking a bit annoyed. Yeah, you picking up what I'm throwing down? Yeah, you're making fun of my eyes? What? No, throw down another one. I'm gonna die. Oh, look, are you a time traveler? Why does it have to be written like this? Come on. I'm an educated person. I could see you in my future, you say, while striking a pose. Yes, the slugcat replies with a straight face. What? Yes, I am a time traveler. We all are. We follow the cycle. Okay. Look, dude, I just want to go out with you. Oh, the slugcat pauses for a few seconds, looking disappointed in you. In that case, no, I will not go out with you. Why? I'm not interested in relationships. I have higher priorities. The slugcat looks away as if trying to find a way to exit this interaction as soon as possible. For a gift. Okay, hold up. Before you give up on me, the slugcat looks disinterested in whatever reasoning you might be about to give. I got you a gift. Look. You hand the slugcat your egg. Maybe this offering will help win them over. To your surprise, their expression immediately changes. Where did you find that? You'd give this to me? I'd give it to you if you go out with me. What is that face? Done! I would marry you in exchange for this. The slugcat swiftly reaches for the egg. Huh, let's not go that far yet. Do you have any idea what this is? The slugcat takes the gift and admires it deeply. It's egg. Yes, this will finally solve everything. Their first hands on it. Okay, honey buns, do what you have to do. I love you. The slugcat settles the egg on the ground and stares at it with determination. Let me take care of this. It'll all be over soon. They enter into a deep concentration and begin to levitate slightly above the ground. A bright X-shaped light forms above their head. It begins to grow increasingly brighter. Then, in a quick culmination, the light is met with a deafening pang as it ruptures the egg. Cover your ears. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm having flashbacks about Doki Doki Literature Club. that's why I'm delaying doing the inevitable thing, which is clicking the button. Okay, I'm not traumatized. I can do this. Oh no, that's not even that one. You know what? I don't know if I could have gotten anything better than that. I think the universe broke. I think that's kind of the point. So I didn't find love. I died. Did I die? Well, find a mate or die. I didn't do either. That was a false dilemma. Well, that was fun. Okay, anyway. I guess that's the end of the video.